a game we obviously wanted and needed to win, but in the end, was it a relief just to get a point from this and move a point nearer to that safety margin?
Yeah, I think it was. Jeff, to be honest. You can't keep missing chances that we're missing. As brutal as it sounds. You've watched the game back today, Jeff. You're as frustrated as must be as everybody's, including myself, because we have 3 gilt-edged chances. 3 gilt-edged chances, and we don't take any of them. We're coming at half time 1-0. I'm not sure Oxford have had more than 2 shots at goal in the 90 minutes. I might be doing them a disservice, but I don't think Oxford have had literally 2 shots at goal. And that's because, we defended well for large parts, but once they got the goal, it allowed them to slow everything down, to sit on the game. It allowed them to break it up, and that's what you do when you're 1-0 up away from home and you're struggling for form and points. And if the referee allows them to do that, then
which by and large he did,
then you'll do it. But from our point of view, Jeff, we can't keep missing the chances. It relieves the pressure. If we score 2 of them out the 3, it relieves the pressure for everybody. And like you say, it was always going to be a tense affair. We tried to relieve that pressure. We tried to say to the players that it's not, it's. You look at the performances against Scunthorpe, and we were relaxed, Jeff. We were everybody was relaxed. Everybody was relaxed. Everybody was good on the football. We were relaxed. We looked very, very edgy today. We're snatching at things, and like I say, but you can't keep missing the chances.
And the first half was a case, really, as you said, in both boxes, of poor defending on one occasion in our own box to let them in, and then, as you've already mentioned, Billy, poor in the opposition box in missing the gilt-edged chances.
Yeah, well, like I said, we've said on it's a broken record, but really we have to get ourselves a goal in front, try and get ourselves 2 in front, and just relieve the pressure off ourselves.
Yes, yeah.
And we'll look to do that against Darlington. But like I say, we keep fighting. We keep the players keep working. They keep. You can see how hard they're working. But sometimes our lack of quality at the minute is really, really hurting us. Especially last 15 when their lad got sent off. We just needed that bit of composure, Jeff. That bit of quality, but we were very, very edgy, and we were forcing things, and that's where we are at the minute.
But of course, one bit of quality with the equalising goal from a very unlikely source in George Cantrell. George wouldn't mind me saying he's not been noted for his goal scoring from midfield, but what a great chance! He took the chance really well.
Well, it was a fantastic finish, but George Cantrell's performance was fantastic today. I mean, he was outstanding. He was absolutely outstanding, George Cantrell. He really was. I mean, and the finish sort of but once again, he's really sharp to react, isn't he, to something, and that's something else that we've got to rectify, because the amount of entries we have in the boxes, but we don't seem to be getting anything on the end of anything, Jeff. No. And that's something we've got to rectify. And George was as sharp as attack. It's dropped his attack to, and he's finished it unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It is a great finish, but we've got to do more of that. We've got to be sharper in their boxes. But we can only keep going. We've got to make sure that we get ourselves ready as best we can for Darlington.
Yes.
Because it's another opportunity.
Do you see any personnel changes generally at the club to still come in?
Not sure.
To the end of the season,
not sure. It's one of them. We're not sure. It is. We are where we are. So we'll see. We'll see what's.
And of course, it's been officially announced that 2 Canadian players have joined us. Do you envisage, you've seen them obviously in training, Billy, do you envisage they all play a part for us prior to the end of the season at all?
Depending on results.
Yes.
It's very, very difficult, Jeff, when you've got two players from overseas that you know very, very little about, and they come in and I've said many times before, Jeff, training is one thing, you know, but it's very, very difficult to thrust these lads in. But we'll just keep, you know, they'll keep training with us. We'll hopefully have a look at them before the end of the season.
Yeah. Okay. And lastly, of course, 2 tough games coming up: Darlington home, Chorley away. Do you think the lads have got that mindset to go out and try and get that elusive win?
Well, they have to be. At the end of the day, we are where we are now. I think that, you know, I think we are exactly where we are now. We've been on an awful run. We've got to make sure that we try and build on this point. We've got a point more than we had before the game started.
Sure.
Everybody wanted 3. We all wanted 3 to relieve the pressure a little bit, but we've got a point more than we had before the game started. So we've got to make sure Darlington, we look to go and win the game again. And we've got to be brave, Jeff.
Yes.
Everybody's got to be brave. The players have to be brave. You can't go. Nobody can go hiding now. Nobody can. It's a tough place. Any place, any club, when you're not winning games.
Yes,
it's a tough place when you're not winning games.
Yeah.
And what you've got to do, that's where we find out about people's characters.
Yeah, yeah, and it's for the team.
That's where we find about people's
characters. It's for the individuals in the team to show
characters
them.
now, Jeff.
Yeah.
Cheers, bud.
Cheers.
Cheers.